The first player I want to talk about over in Minnesota, we have Jaden McDaniels. He's been an elite defense player for a couple of years now, but with the loss of Karl Anthony Towns, I truly believe that he will be able to take more of an offensive lead this season. And Minnesota, the Timberwolves fans, we've said for a while now that Jaden McDaniels, this is the year that he's going to take an offensive lead. And it hasn't really happened yet. I was that way last year, and to this point, he really hasn't. On the offensive end, he's kind of stagnated a little bit, but his defense has been so good, obviously, it makes up for it. But I think the loss of Cat, even though Julius Randle was another offensive-minded guy in the front court, I do think the loss of Cat is going to open up opportunities for Jaden McDaniels for sure. Now, if the Wolves didn't get back Julius Randle in the trade, I would argue Naz Reid would be a real breakout candidate for them. But since they got Julius, we're not going to slot in Naz Reid to the starting lineup barring injury, and he's going to stay in the six-man role. So really, I want to focus on Jaden McDaniels. And him, Naz Reid, and Anthony Edwards, I truly believe are the foundational pieces for the Minnesota Timberwolves moving forward. They're very good players right now, and I think that's the big three to build around over in Minnesota. I think coach knows that. I think fans of the team know that. I think even the owner really knows it. He re-signs these guys, values them a lot. We traded away Cat to make more money and allow us to keep that roster flexibility. So I think we're going to put more trust in Jaden McDaniels this year. Julius Randle can kind of take a little bit of a step down. Is he going to be a higher scoring option than Jaden McDaniels? Of course. But will allow Julius Randle to kind of take a little bit of a step down and sink into more of a supporting role. And Jaden McDaniels gets a couple more shots up a game. And his efficiency has been really solid. So it's really just about him taking more shots, getting more opportunities. And I think this is finally the year for that. And we've seen Jaden McDaniels, he made it into his first all-defensive team this past season. He's obviously an elite defender, one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire league. And we've got a good perimeter defense in general. So he doesn't even have to be, if you want just an offensive focus, season from him, and really that's not what you want, but if you want him to take a little more shots on offense, have a little bit more of a role there, and you worry that is going to hurt his defense, that's okay, because we've got other guys behind him, Anthony Edwards and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, to name a few. Obviously, Rudy Gobert in the post. You've got guys that can kind of make up for Jaden if he's not having the best game defensively, and in the event that you just kind of want to let him develop his offensive game a little bit more. So I think there's a lot of opportunities for Jaden this upcoming season, and he's a breakout player to watch for sure. If you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you could find it in you to like, subscribe, maybe check out the full podcast on Spotify, follow us on there, follow us on Instagram. I know realistically this podcast isn't going to go anywhere ultimately, whether it's via the segments on YouTube or the entire podcast itself. But I want to get into the sports broadcasting business. I want to be able to promote thought-provoking discussions about the NBA, and I would love to do it via State of the Association. Thank you if you made it all the way through.